let's just say that everything that we got today was, to a certain degree, expected. Google just announced the Pixel 5 and the 4a 5G, and honestly, they might have found their sweet spot. We also got more hardware with the new smart speaker and the new dongle, and we even have more leaks of the iPhone 12 line and also its launch date. I'm Jaime Rivera, and yes, this is the end of Techtember, the beginning of an even crazier Techtober that I'm looking forward to. This is Pocketnow Daily. The official news today begin with deals, and of course, if we've got a product on its way out, what else than deals just to see it say goodbye? The Pixel 4 XL is still $250 off, leaving the 128GB of storage variant for $750. The regular Pixel 4 is $161 off, which leaves the entry-level variant for $637. And to conclude with the Google deals, the Pixel 3a XL is $94 off, leaving it at $385 shipped. And don't worry, we still have some Apple deals left. The latest 12.9-inch iPad Pro is $50 off, leaving the Wi-Fi only variant for $949 shipped. We've got more deals on solid-state drives, Amazon Echo speakers, and more in the links in the description. Now let's talk about the LG Wing, which came from being a concept to becoming a phone, but then we got an announcement, but that announcement didn't really give us pricing or availability or when we could expect it, but now we got the information. Well, if you're interested in pre-orders for this phone, these will begin on October 1st on Verizon. Now, if you're not on Verizon, don't worry, AT&T and T-Mobile will be getting it in the fall, and you'll be able to get it on third-party retailers like Amazon and Best Buy as well. For those of you who haven't been paying attention, the LG Wing is LG's rotating phone. It packs a 6.8-inch Full HD Plus display with a secondary 3.9-inch panel. It's powered by a Qualcomm Snapdragon 765G, 8 gigs of RAM, and 256 gigs of storage. It also packs a triple camera setup that includes a 64-megapixel main sensor, a 13-megapixel wide angle, and another 12-megapixel ultra wide. The price tag, which hadn't been revealed before, is $999, and honestly, I don't know, I don't think it's too bad for the features. I'm just curious, how many of you are willing to take part in this experiment? Because even if I feel that the price tag is not necessarily bad, as I mentioned, it still is an experiment. Now let's move on to OnePlus, because yes, even if today was Pixel Day, let's face it, it's Techtober, so OnePlus is another one of those companies bringing a product. OnePlus is gearing up to launch their T-Series smartphone on October 14th. There's been multiple rumors and leaks that there won't be a Pro variant, even if the company has been teasing something Ultra for the event. Well, Pete Lau just confirmed that there won't be an 8T Pro this year, according to him. Users who like the Pro-level products can choose the regular 8 Pro, the annual Machine King. I know, whatever that means. Their current plan is defined in a direction where there won't be no room for upgrade. And later in the statement, he said AT hashtag, and a surprise that is worth the wait. Now, since they've been teasing something Ultra and there's no room for upgrade, we could assume that the regular AT will pack a lot of punch. The leaked specifications include a 6.5-inch display running at 120 Hz, the Qualcomm Snapdragon 865, no plus, 8 gigabytes of RAM, 128 gigs of storage, and finally, it'll pack a quad camera array at the back, 48 megapixel main sensor, 16 megapixel ultra wide, and 2 useless macro and portrait shooters. We'll keep you posted as we get closer to the event, and don't worry, the macro camera is not what's going to make that phone ultra. Trust me. I know this is Google Day, but iPhone 12 rumors have been hot lately, and let's just move on to the fact that John Prosser currently tweeted on what to expect and when to expect the next generation iPhones, and it's interesting. According to him, the shipments of finalized iPhone 12 units is going out to distributors on October 5th. The shipment will include the 5.4-inch iPhone 12 mini, which will start at 64 gigabytes of storage, and the 6.1-inch iPhone 12, which also starts at 64 gigabytes. He also mentioned that the 12 and the 12 Pro Max will start at 128 gigs when it comes to storage, and also that them not being in that shipment list serves as some sort of a confirmation that we won't be getting these until later, and we're expecting that to be sometime in early November. But anyway, set your calendars as, well, according to him, the event is going to happen on October 13th. You can pre-order on the 16th, and then availability is on the 23rd, at least for some of them. And yes, today was the Google Pixel event, but how about if we begin with a segment of whatever else got announced that's not necessarily Pixel? And actually, we thought it would be more, but we got two different products. Let's begin with Project Sabrina, which is officially dubbed Chromecast with Google TV. Like the name suggests, it's a small dongle, but instead of just letting you stream to it, it brings full-blown Google TV. It allows you to stream 4K HDR videos at 60 frames per second with Dolby Vision and even HDR10+. It'll also bring a remote which lets you call on the Google Assistant, and it also has buttons for Netflix and YouTube. According to Google, it'll bring Stadia support, and it is available for $49.99. Finally, let's move on to the Nest Audio, which is the successor to the Google Home. This new speaker is 6.89 inches tall, it weighs over 2.5 pounds, it includes a 75mm woofer and the 19mm tweeter that delivers 50% more bass, 75% more volume, and it also gives you clearer sound than the original. Pre-orders are already live and it'll be available on October 5th in 21 countries for $99. We'll let you know how the experience goes because, of course, I cannot wait for the review period to begin and tell you more about it. And finally, the hottest news today have to do with the most leaked products ever. Like seriously, Google, you guys own it. Like no other company does leaks better than Google. But regardless of the fact, I really want Pixels to be as popular as they are in the news because I wish they sold just as well. Let's start it off with the Pixel 4a 5G, which is bigger and actually a better version than what we currently have with the Pixel 4a. It has a 6.2-inch HDR OLED display running at 60 Hz. It is powered by the Qualcomm Snapdragon 765G, 6GB of RAM, 128 gigs of storage, but we'll talk about cameras when we discuss the Pixel 5 because they pretty much have the same arrays. Finally, this one packs a 3800 mAh battery, and it'll come in just black and clearly white for $499. Oh, and did I mention that it also includes a headphone jack? And yes, we know, we're also here for the Pixel 5, so let's just get into it. This one packs a 6-inch OLED display running at 90 Hz. It's also powered by the same Qualcomm Snapdragon 765G and packs 8 gigs of RAM and 128 gigs of storage. It also has a larger 4000 mAh battery. It's made of a recycled aluminum enclosure, and it brings wireless charging and even reverse wireless charging for your accessories. Finally, let's move on to the cameras. It'll bring an upgraded 12.2 megapixel main sensor with EIS and OIS, and finally a 60 megapixel wide angle with 107 degrees of field of view. Like, finally. The selfie camera is a punch hole in the front, 8 megapixels with f2 in the specs, and they also announced new features like night mode that now works on portraits, portrait lights which let you add lighting effects to older photos as well, and a new bracketing feature. The Pixel 5 will cost you $699. They'll be available on October 15th in 9 countries with free Stadia, YouTube Premium, and even a Google One subscription. But anyways, for today's question, let us know what did you like the most out of this announcement? Which is your favorite? Because, well, honestly, for me, I like everything. I feel the company is going in the right direction. But that's just me. Leave us a comment down below. We'd love to know your opinion. Friends, again, if you want to get the news earlier, follow us on Pocketnow.com and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this one. Also follow us on social media as our extended coverage happens on Instagram. Follow me on my personal handles to see me enjoy crazy times. Please give this video a thumbs up if you like what you saw. I'm Jaime Rivera. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you tomorrow.